The Trinity salesman. I used to have this job selling cars, and one time they hired this guy. He sold more cars than anybody, so much the owner called all his colleagues to find out their own sales records. And this guy was able to sell more cars than anybody had ever heard of. There would be a random guy out wandering around on the car lot, not even looking at the cars, only looking at their device. And this guy would walk up to that guy and start talking to him. Only a few minutes later, they'd be coming inside. And within a few minutes inside, the guy would have this fantastic expression on his face. And he'd be signing the papers for his new car. He was able to sell at least 3 cars per day. Finally, we asked him, how can he sell so many cars? How could he easily persuade people to buy things? How was he able to make so much money simply by making suggestions? He said from a purely linguistic level, it's really easy. There are a few phrases that he's calibrated that work for him. He wouldn't tell us what those phrases were. He said you have to develop your own phrases based on an understanding of yourself, your deeper self. That when you understand your deeper self, it's much, much easier to understand others. Because when you truly understand others, you'll understand everything about them. You'll understand what they want. You'll understand what they need. You'll be able to perceive their desires. You'll be able to perceive their fears. This is one of the 3 pieces of the Trinity. First, a complete picture of their wants and needs. The second piece of the puzzle is to have your own core statement. To be able to develop your own core statement based on what you want. To be able to develop your own core statement based on your most profound truth. To first understand your truth, and then develop a short statement that best expresses your truth. That's the second piece of the Trinity. The third is the combination of what you can perceive from others to what is true about yourself. This must flow naturally. This must be a pure and organic expression. It only needs to be very, very short, but it must be genuine. It must be honest. For example, when I walk up to people on the car lot, I walk up slowly. I read them on an almost subconscious level, and I allow my subconscious to slowly give to my conscious mind the statement. Then I just walk up to them and speak this in the moment truth. A truth that is a combination of who I really am, combined with my perception about who they are. And once this conversation starts, it must continue organically. To be honest, when I'm in the middle of this type of conversation, it's very much like the flow state. Like part of me is watching, but the truer part of me, the deeper part of me, is doing all the speaking and all the listening. This is why they are so happy. Not because of this tangible thing they've just purchased, but because of this brief Trinity-driven exchange. That once you have this experience, nothing will look the same. People will seem kinder. Food will be more delicious. Sounds will become more beautiful. Conversations will become deeper. They will become more profound.